And good morning and welcome to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC. Of course, we are live on our Facebook page. Check us out on YouTube and also here on the radio as well. We've got a really fun discussion to have this morning, and I want to welcome back to our Spotlight the folks from the Ohio and Erie Canalway, because it is time for Bike, Hike, and Brew. And we're really excited, like I said, to be able to chat about this. And with us this morning, we have Emily Gillette. We also have Lauren Anderson. And of course, we have Dan Rice with us this morning. How are you guys?
Good morning.
Good morning. So this event is coming up, but there's a lot of other things we're going to be talking about as well. So I don't know who wants to go first, but maybe you can kind of give me an idea of Bike, Hike, and Brew. What is this? What can people expect?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about that. So on Saturday, October 11th from 10 to 2, Bike, Hike, and Brew will be located at the Canal Tavern of Zor. That's where that's kind of our hub where all the participants check in. And then they start either a casual hike or a 6 or 12 mile bicycle route. We send them out. They can go one of two ways towards State Route 800 or Fort Lawrence. This is supported with water stops along the way for those participants. It's a really family-friendly event. And then everybody heads back around 11 o'clock to the Canal Tavern of Zor. And we have an awesome Oktoberfest German-style food lunch for everyone, a raffle, music, and just a lot of local great food. We get our beer from Lockport Brewing, our brats and potato salad from Benson's. We partner with a lot of local people, so we have a lot of really tasty food for people to come back to and enjoy. It's just a fun day.
And there's a lot of options with this too, because, if somebody doesn't want to do the big grand scheme of things, they can kind of tailor it to themselves, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have the hike, a shorter bicycle ride, or a longer ride. And then if you don't want to do any of those, you can just join us for lunch.
Okay, awesome stuff. All right, well, I want to start also with Dan. Let's kind of get a little bit of information about the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition and what, your mission and, what you guys are there. You've been there, it's been there a long time, and that's an important thing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Pam, for having us on the show. We really greatly appreciate our partnership with WHBC, and you're been a longtime supporter of the Ohio and Erie Canalway in our work. And so you're absolutely correct. We've been around since 1989, so over 36 years. We've been working with over 150 different public-private partners on the development and conservation and interpretation of the natural, historical, and recreational resources along the Ohio and Erie Canal from New Philadelphia all the way up to Cleveland. And this project started, as you well know, with the vision of Congressman Ralph Regula back in the 1960s. Both Mr. Regula and Mrs. Regula, working with the Simpsons, had this vision of saving the Ohio and Erie Canal for future generations, so people could go out there and walk along the canal, learn a little bit about the history of the canal, and enjoy the beautiful nature. And we're just really carrying on that legacy that they laid out, over probably almost close to 60 years ago.
And as people get more and more involved, you guys seem to offer more and more things for them to do, right?
No, you're absolutely correct. I mean, our primary focus really is the development of the multi-use Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail. And we're really proud and honored to partner with the Tuscarawas County Commissioners, the City of Dover, City of New Philadelphia, and all of our partners in Tuscarawas County, because we just recently opened up an additional 2 miles of the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail. So today, as we speak, 92 of the 101 miles of the Towpath Trail are completed. We just had a ribbon cutting on September 9th on the new section we're calling the Kimball section of the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail. And we had a wonderful ceremony out there with local residents and elected officials. And the remaining miles, which are about 9 miles, 7 of them actually we received recently a grant from ODOT to construct another 7 miles of the Towpath Trail by 2028. So that just leaves about 2 miles of the Towpath Trail to work on. And so you're right, that is our main focus, but we have a whole host of programs and activities, whether it's a canal cleanup or a canoeing program, or we have our Apex Towpath Freedom 5K coming up in November, bicycling events, walking programs. We really try to provide a variety of activities to make sure it appeals to a wide audience of individuals and family members.
And Emily, talk a little bit about what your role is with Ohio Erie and Canalway.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Pam. So I am the development manager here at the Ohio Erie Canalway Coalition. So I oversee our event coordinators and the planning and execution of our fundraising events, as well as kind of all initiatives that are fundraising. So that's kind of my job here. But Lauren does an excellent job on our events. And yeah, we've got a couple left for this year that we're really excited about.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about how Bike, Hike, and Brew came about. I mean, what was the thought behind that? And I know it just becomes more and more popular every year that you've done it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We continued to see the numbers grow. It actually started out as kind of an evening event, but yeah, it's just a really great opportunity to bicycle on the trail in Tuscarawas County and to particularly support the efforts of building and developing the trail in Tuscarawas County. And I know it's always a fabulous time of year for the trail down there. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, it's just a really great way to bring our Tuscarawas County partners together and to engage folks with the resource down there.
And has Mother Nature been kind most times when the event has taken place?
I've been here for the 5 years now. So this will be my 5th Bike, Hike, and Brew. And it's been pretty good most years. There was one year where we had some rain, but overall, Mother Nature has been kind.
Well, she's been great so far, so we are hoping that continues as well. So, Lauren, maybe you can tell folks if they think they want to, sign up, what do they have to do? How does all of that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So our tickets are $40 pre-sale if you get those in advance. For children 6 to 12, they're $10, and 5 and under are free. If you come that day, it's $50 at the door. But if you do get those tickets in advance, you go to ohioeriecanal.org/bike, hike, and brew, or you can just go to our website, go to the events tab, and find that information there.
Yeah, it's very easy. And honestly, once you get to the website, you kind of get lost in all the things there are to do. A lot of events that are happening, and you guys have just done such a wonderful job with that. I think that's, like Dan said about the Regula family, very proud. And Ralph would be extremely proud to see how many people are using the trail. There's just no doubt about that. He would love that. So what event do you have coming up after Bike, Hike, and Brew?
Yeah, so we've got our Apex Skin Towpath Freedom 5K. Dan had kind of already mentioned that we've got the 5K coming up November 8th. And this event takes place right around Veterans Day every year. So we actually have a veterans ceremony at the event. We do a little pinning and a flag ceremony. And we have some free veteran registrations as well. So the first 35 veterans who register can register for free. We've got a comp code, so they just call our office and we'll get them that discount code. And then any veterans who register past those free spots, we've got a discounted registration for them. But it's a family-friendly 5K that's going to be taking place at Summit Lake here in Akron. Summit Lake, we've actually got some development going on the North Shore, which is really fantastic. And just in the last couple of years, the trail was actually completed all the way around the lake. So the 5K is a really fantastic opportunity to get to experience that trail all the way around and get to see all of Summit Lake, which is just gorgeous. So we're really looking forward to that event coming up in November.
Yeah, and I would venture to say, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but when people hear the Ohio and Erie Canalway, they think about Tuscarawas County or maybe Canal Fulton. They don't really think of Summit County, right?
Yeah, I mean, we are a regionally based organization focusing all along, 101 miles of the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail from Cleveland and New Philadelphia, working, throughout Summit, Stark, Tuscarawas, and Cuyahoga counties. So our mission is really broad. And as Emily said, we work with partners throughout the region on, parks, trails, and public spaces and connector trails. We are just really trying to be a resource to our residents here about how we can promote resource conservation, recreation, and health and wellness activities.
And you do accomplish all of that for sure. Well, we have a lot more to talk about, and we'll take our first break. And when we come back, we will continue with the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLEAN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLEAN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit oda.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
This is Mike Frazier, Senior Pastor at Canton Baptist Temple. I would like to personally invite you to worship with us at 10:15 this Sunday morning in our worship center located at 515 Whipple Avenue in Canton, Ohio. If you cannot be with us in person, please tune in to our broadcast right here on WHBC at 8:30 on Sunday mornings. For more information about our ministries, you can visit us at cantonbaptist.org. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Now through September 30th, get 4.75 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.75 on RAV4 Hybrid. Excludes plug-ins. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $299 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC, Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition. We are chatting about all the wonderful events along the Ohio and Erie Canalway. I'll tell you, if you have never experienced it, you need to. A wonderful, wonderful time for families and just really good to get outdoors. The other part of it is that you can do it and it's free. You know, when you're looking for something with your family, That's a good thing. Special events, there's a ton of those as well. And we have with us this morning, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, by the way, we're live on Facebook and also YouTube, and you can check us out there and on the radio, of course. But we have Dan Rice, who is the coalition president and CEO. And Dan, we'll just take this minute to say congratulations on your upcoming retirement. It's going to be a little bit yet, right?
That's correct. And thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say that. And yes, after 32 years, we just recently announced that I will be stepping down in the spring of 2026. It's just been an incredible honor and privilege to work alongside all of our 150 different public-private partners, helping to build the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail, connector trails, preserve historic buildings, and conserve natural areas. And it's just really just a privilege to be able to work alongside, all these great, residents, and really carry on the legacy of Congressman Ralph and Mary Regula.
Yeah. Now, think back through these years that you've been doing this. Anything that sticks out in your mind of all of that? I know there was a lot of stuff, but anything that you hold close to your heart there?
Well, it just, like I said, I pinch myself sometimes because I just, can't imagine, having the opportunities I've had to work with so many wonderful people. Mr. Rego was just an amazing visionary leader, and left such an incredible legacy. He had the foresight, when many people probably didn't care about the Ohio and Erie Canal back in the 1960s. And oftentimes his staff members would tell me that of all the things he worked on, this was one of the most proudest things that he did, because he recognized the impact it would have on people's lives from a health and wellness perspective, and people to appreciate their history and the impact of the canal. And to me, that's really is what really is rewarding. And Congressman John Seibling was also the great legend that I had the opportunity to work with. And one of his quotes was, he had on his desk, was, "It's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't worry about who gets the credit." And that really, I think, is a testament to, all the thousands of people who've worked on this project, over many, many years. And, what we've always tried to do is just, preserve the canal and develop it so that people can go out there and enjoy it. Because if we do it right, something that was built literally 200 years ago will potentially be there another 200 years. And that's having the opportunity to work on that in some small way is just really an incredible honor.
Yeah, you don't really, when you're in it, you don't really think about that impact. But as we move forward and see things happening, then it's like, wow, that's a pretty cool thing. And boy, we sure do miss Congressman Regula, because we could use him nowadays for sure.
Yeah, well, one of his favorite phrases too was, "Victory has 1,000 fathers and defeat is an orphan." And that really, I think, is a testament to the fact that it's never about one person. It is about an entire community. And that was his, intent, is he wanted, the residents in Stark County, the residents in Tuscarawas County and Summit and Collier counties to really let this be their project. And I think he's succeeded in that. And it's also an incredible honor for us to be able to carry on that legacy with their son, Richard.
Yeah.
He was just an amazing, Stark County commissioner. He rides in our Topaz Century ride. He's an incredible supporter and advocate of our mission and organization. So that's also is just an incredible blessing, that we've had. And to me, that's the whole foundation for this work. It's people at the local level, making a difference in their communities.
Yeah, and his father's legacy is very important to him. So, and we know that he, continues to work at that. It's a wonderful thing. We also have Emily Gillet and Lauren Anderson with us as well, talking about the events and all of those things. Emily, maybe you can talk to us a little bit about becoming a member, because that's another thing that I would imagine people aren't really too aware of, that they can actually do that.
Yeah, thanks, Pam. So yes, we do have a membership program. It's got a number of different membership levels. So really, whatever level you want to be and want to contribute at is available to you. They start as low as $10, and the highest level goes up to $250. So really, there's probably a level in there for everyone. And if you are a member, you will receive our annual report, as well as our Silver Ribbon newsletter, our Towpath Times e-newsletter, discounts to events, and you'll really be in the know about our organization and all the trail development and projects that we've got going on. So I would certainly encourage everyone to go online. You can become a member on our website, or you can call our office. We've also got some brochures here that you can pick up or mail into our office as well, and we'll get you signed up. But we really appreciate the support of our members. It's a way that people can support our work annually, and again, stay in the know on what we're doing, and you kind of get the invitation to things. You're kind of the first on the list. So we really appreciate our members.
Yeah, and there's a lot to know. You guys stay very, very busy. So, Lauren, before we go to our next commercial break, maybe you can fill us in again on Bike, Hike, and Brew, because people can get there and sign up right now if they want to.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bike, Hike, and Brew, you can go on our website, ohioeriecanal.org. You can sign up there. It's Saturday, October 11th from 10 to 2. It starts out with a nice hike or bicycle ride. You can choose your route, 6 or 12 miles. It's a fully supported ride. And then around 11 o'clock, you head back to the Canal Tavern of Zor for an Oktoberfest, German-style lunch, raffle, music, just great food, great people, really family-friendly, fun event.
That sounds good. I love it. All right, we'll break for the news right now, and when we come back, we'll talk more about Bike, Hike, and Brew and all the other things that are happening with the Ohio and Erie Canalway Coalition on 1480 WHBC.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing
Medicine Center pharmacies have been serving our local community for over 40 years. Our customers know they can count on our pharmacy staff, save money, and trust us. Stop by any of our Medicine Center pharmacy locations in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia, or visit us online at medshoprx.com.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
The Factory of Terror in Canton is now open with 5 terrifying haunted attractions and 5 bars to calm your nerves. Get tickets now at FOTOhio.com if you dare.
Don't be afraid of your water. Call the experts at Ferndale Water today. Ferndale Water experts have been fixing scary water problems for over 65 years. For water you can rely on to be clean, clear, and great tasting. Call Ferndale Water experts today.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, soon Cleveland will see an economic boost in the form of a new cruise line that will start and end its trips in the city. American Cruise Lines will start sailing the Great Lakes in 2026 on 3 different itineraries. Trips will only stop in U.S. ports, so no passports will be needed. It is the first cruise company in the Great Lakes to start its trips in Cleveland. The 9-day vacation is no bargain, though. It costs over $8,000 per person. The days of paper checks from the federal government, a thing of the past. The Treasury Department is not issuing paper checks for most payments anymore. That includes Social Security beneficiaries. It's all part of an effort to fully modernize federal benefit payments, save money, and fight financial fraud. The change will also affect how the IRS issues your tax refund. Federal agents found 200,000 more SIM cards in New Jersey this week, adding to that major discovery last week. The U.S. Secret Service had already found a huge telecommunications network in the New York area that could have disrupted the city's phone systems and threatened the United Nations General Assembly meetings. Agents first got a tip last spring, and officials believe the network was connected to Chinese actors. In sports, the wild card round wasn't as kind to the Cleveland Guardians. Mistakes led to a 2-1 loss to Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers yesterday. They'll go at it again today. It's a must-win for the Guardians. 1:08 first pitch, right here on 1480 WHBC. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Today will be pleasant with sunny skies in the morning, transitioning to sun and areas of high clouds in the afternoon. The high will reach 73 tonight. Expect partly cloudy conditions with a low of 47. Tomorrow will be comfortable with sun and high clouds, reaching a high of 72. Looking ahead to Friday, it will be sunny, nice, and warm with a high of 76. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC. I will remind you that we are live on Facebook at this very moment. Also, you can check us out on our YouTube channel, and we are, of course, on the radio as well. And I am so excited to be able to chat about all the wonderful things they are doing with the Ohio and Erie Canal Way Coalition. Dan Rice, Emily Gillet, and Lauren Anderson with me today. And, you know, I started out the last segment congratulating Dan, but Emily, I also want to congratulate you because last time I saw you, you were pregnant. Now you're a mom, right?
Yeah, I'm a mom now. So I've got an almost 4-month-old at home. She will be 4 months old on Saturday. So I can't even believe how fast the time has flown by.
Honest to goodness. And what is her name?
Her name is Eleanor.
Oh, that's a beautiful name. I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations. Are you getting any sleep?
I am getting a pretty good amount of sleep. Can't complain. It could be better, but it could be worse, you know. So she's overall a really fantastic baby, not super fussy. So I think we got really lucky. And it was so exciting when she was born. We did not know if we were having a boy or a girl. And so it was so exciting to find out when she was born.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. All right. Very good. Very good. So let's talk about, we've been talking about some of the events here for October and November, but let's move into the new year, into 2026, because you have some events planned for then, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we will be kicking off our event season in March of 2026, and we will be starting with Taste of Tusk. And so if you're not familiar with Taste of Tusk, that is a tasting event that takes place at the Kent State Performing Arts Center in Tuscarawas County. And we bring in local restaurants, wineries, breweries, bakeries, really anybody who's serving food or beverage in Tuscarawas County. And we invite them to bring samples of whatever they serve at their establishment. And then folks will pay a ticket price to get in the door at the Kent State Performing Arts Center, and they get to try all the samples of all the food and the beverages that we have there at the event. So we usually have around 20 different vendors, kind of give or take depending on the year, and there's always so many delicious options. It's a really great way to experience the different restaurants and the different things that are available in Tuscarawas County. So as you're going through the Ohio Erie Canalway and you're going along the Ohio Erie Canal Towpath Trail, maybe after a bicycle ride, you want to grab a bite to eat. It's a great way to get to taste, some of the local restaurants and see where you might want to take a stop after your next ride.
So how do you get tickets and everything to that event?
Yeah, so we'll have registration open early in 2026 for that event, and that will be on our website. So just like Lauren mentioned earlier, you can head to ohioeriecanal.org and go to that events tab, and it'll be right at the top there since it's our first event of 2026. Or you can always call our office if you're looking for more information about an event or program, or if you're looking to purchase tickets for an event. So that'll be our first fundraising event for 2026.
And then after that, you have something else in mind as well.
Yes. Yeah, we do. So after that, we'll be having our Healthy Steps walking program, and that will run from April 1st through April 30th. So it takes place the whole month of April. It is free to participate, so anyone and everyone is welcome. It's a walking step challenge, so you can participate as an individual, or if you want to form a team with coworkers or family members or friends and walk as a team. And then you submit your steps each week of the program. So you either use your smartphone or a pedometer, or everyone's got their smartwatch these days. So you count your steps and then just add those up for each week of the program and submit those. And then we'll send out weekly e-newsletters throughout the whole month of April, and we'll be announcing those top steppers each week. And we also have a random prize drawing. So if you submit your steps and participate in the program, you'll be entered into this drawing to potentially win a prize just for participating. And then at the end of the program, we'll have some top awards for our top teams and our top walkers. So it's a really great way to kind of kick off the spring and get back out on the towpath trail and just kind of kickstart that recreation again as we're getting into the warmer months again. So hopefully warmer months by April, right? Yes. Out of winter. So it's a lot of fun. It's just a friendly walking competition, but really helping to support the work that we do. And again, a great way to get back out on the trail after the winter.
Also, I mean, and I think that's something worth mentioning is, we talk about all of these great events, but people are using the trail all the time, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, they really do. They use it year round, whether it's in the wintertime, they might be out there cross-country skiing or snowshoeing, and certainly out there bicycling and walking on a regular basis. And, and these are just really two great programs that we're already working on right now and the planning for it. And I know with Taste of Tusk that Lauren has come up with some really creative ways in which we can give people a different experience there. I think we have like a VIP program. Is that correct, Lauren?
We do, yeah. So we offer a VIP ticket, which those go pretty quickly. So once we do put those up for sale, you want to make sure you get to our site quickly. That allows participants to get in the door a little bit early and beat the crowd. Not that it's overly crowded, but it's nice to have that experience and that time to get in and take your time and peruse before it gets a little bit busier. So that's one of the big perks of getting that VIP experience for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I would, we used to have an event like that, not anymore here in Stark County in Canton, that people just absolutely love that. It's extremely popular to go in and just, browse around and chat and all that kind of stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really almost like a big social reception where people, it's the first event of the year for us. After people are kind of coming out of winter, And we intentionally do it down in Tuscaloosa County because we want to make sure that we are, paying attention to our partners down in Tuscaloosa County. And then if you think about it, when you pair Taste of Tusk with healthy steps after you've enjoyed some really good foods, what's a better way to do that than go out there for a nice healthy walk on the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail? So we're really excited about both of those two events that'll be in the spring of 2026.
And when you look at events like this, I mean, are there other things on the table, Dan? I mean, are you thinking of before you ride off into the sunset, so to speak? Anything that you'd like to see accomplished, or things that might be in the works?
Well, a couple things, and you're absolutely correct, Pam. I mean, we have a lot of projects underway. We are very excited about the continued development of the Towpath Trail. As I mentioned previously, that an additional 7 miles will be developed by 2028. We're also working on a major park and public space investment, as Emily mentioned, up here in Summit Lake, which is in the center of the Ohio and Erie Canalway. It's a $7 million park on the north shore of Summit Lake that will include a large picnic pavilion for wedding receptions, birthday parties, retirement parties.
Oh, wow.
There'll be a fishing pier that actually goes out into the lake where people can walk into the lake and just enjoy the beautiful scenery and maybe do some fishing. In addition to the trail that goes all the way around the lake, there'll be a canoe and kayak share building, because not everybody can necessarily afford to rent a canoe or kayak. But if they have a identification or a credit card, they can borrow a canoe or kayak and enjoy a nice water experience on the shores of Summit Lake. And then there'll also be an accessible canoe and kayak launch, as well as dedicated boat launch. And so that project is underway right now. It's made possible through the incredible support of the city of Akron, the Knight Foundation, and many other donors, individual donors and foundations. And everything that we are working on at the Summit Lake North Shore Park was obtained through input from neighborhood residents, because for years, they've had a lot of things promised to them but not been delivered. And so we were very intentional about working with the neighborhood residents about what they would like to see in a park in their neighborhood. And the beauty of this is it's right on the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail, right in the center in Akron. And so as people are riding from Stark County or Tuscaloosa County, they'll be able to experience this beautiful new park right in the center of the Ohio and Erie Canalway National Heritage Area.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to take our final break, and we'll come back. We have so much more to remind everybody about, and we will do that here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
For over 100 years, WHBC has been serving this community through the power of radio. But today, we're so much more. We still deliver award-winning radio campaigns, but we're also a digital media company. From websites, social media, and CTV ads to lead-generating Google campaigns, we help businesses grow everywhere their customers are. And now we're growing too. We're looking for one uniquely qualified outside sales representative to join our team. If you have experience in advertising, a proven track record in sales, and a work ethic that says the little things matter, we want to talk with you. Call John Crawford directly at 330-456-7156, 330-456-7156. As part of our sales staff, you'll be an integrated marketing specialist working with WHBC 1480, Mix 94.1, and the digital experts at Connoisseur Media. We're making a difference for local businesses every single day. Want to be part of it? Call 330-456-7156. The future is now. Your future is here.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
AdventKnows.com.
Most insurance accepted.
Which song makes you think of your life in the 70s? Any of them? Or maybe all of them? Relive those moments in music as Larry Hackenberg and Jennifer Tassan present The Music Time Machine, Saturday mornings at 10, right here on 1480 WHBC.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether you're looking to cater a party, feed the family, or get something for yourself, you'll score big when you stop by John George's Deli, drive-thru, and convenience store. From their fully stocked grocery store to their iconic deli counter, you'll find everything you need at the corner of Lincoln Way West and 32nd Street in Massillon. John George's has you covered with made-to-order deli subs, platters, salads, and so much more. They've got freshly baked Amish goods from Kaufman's, a walk-in cooler with over 500 options for cold adult beverages, and they're open until midnight, so it's always a good time to visit John George's Deli, drive-thru, and convenience store.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC. Pam Cook with you this morning, and we've been having a wonderful conversation about all of the events along the Ohio and Erie Canalway with Dan Rice and Emily Gillette and Lauren Anderson. Lauren, I want to come to you first this time, and let's just kind of go over again Bike, Hike, and Brew, because that's coming up here October 11th, and we want folks to get prepared for that. So how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, ohioeriecanal.org, you can purchase tickets there. Tickets are $40 if you get them in advance, so I'd highly encourage going on and getting those ASAP. Children 6 to 12 years old are $10, and then kids 5 and under are free. If you purchase tickets at the door, they are $50, so getting them in advance is encouraged. But the event is on October 11th. That's Saturday, so it's coming up here pretty quickly. We meet at the Canal Tavern of Zor. That's in Bolivar. And that's kind of our hub where we check everybody in. We start there. They can choose from a casual hike to a bicycle ride, which is 6 or 12 miles. It's fully supported. We have water stops for the ride. And then around 11 o'clock, participants head back to the Canal Tavern of Zor for a German-style lunch, Oktoberfest. We have so much great food at this. Some people just opt to purchase a ticket and come to lunch and skip the bike and hike, and that's okay too. So we have lots of great food. We have beer from Lockport. We have brats, German-style potato salad, popcorn, even root beer floats. So lots of yummy things too.
You got me with the root beer float.
Yeah.
And I also want to talk a little bit about, we talked about membership, Emily, but if people want to volunteer, they just really like the organization, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. We do have an interest form on our website, so you can go to our website and just fill out that form and let us know that you're interested in volunteer opportunities with our organization. But also, again, you can always just call our office. Also, all of our email addresses are up on the staff page on our website, so just reach out, and we are happy to get you set up with whatever volunteering opportunity you're looking for. We've got our canal cleanups, and those take place March through October throughout the year, usually once a month, roughly. But then also, if your company would like to do a trail cleanup day, we've organized those before. Certainly, for our Adopt a Trail partners, and also for these events and programs, we need lots of volunteer support and help. We're a relatively small team, and so we can't do it alone. And so we are so grateful to those who do volunteer with our organization. And if you're interested in getting involved, I certainly encourage you to reach out, give our office a call, and we'd love to get you set up with a volunteering opportunity.
So Tim, I'm actually glad you brought up the volunteers, because we could not fulfill our mission without our volunteers. And whether it's people helping with removing litter along the Ohio and Erie Canal or the Towpath Trail, our canoeing program, we offer weekly guided canoe trips at Summit Lake when they have the farmers market out there from every Tuesday starting from June to September. If people are interested in canoeing and providing interpretation, all the great events that Emily and Lauren, help coordinate, whether it's our Huntington Towpath Century Ride, or Bike Hike and Brew, or Apex Towpath Freedom 5K, we could not fulfill our mission without our volunteers. And on an annual basis, it's we have over probably 350 different volunteers who are providing over 200,000 hours of volunteers hours to our organization, and it's really just phenomenal. And we're so grateful to all the volunteers who help fulfill the mission and the legacy of Congressman Ralph and Mary Regula.
And I know, Emily, you also wanted to thank your sponsors for Bike Hike and Brew, because, again, you need them too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, we really rely on our partner support and the support of the various communities throughout the Ohio and Erie Canalway. And so I'd love to just quickly name our sponsors of Bike Hike and Brew. We've got the Akron Rubber Ducks, Arcadis, Arcoa, Altman, Blimp City Bike and Hike, Burgess and Nightbowl, Cleveland Clinic Akron General, Envision, Ernie's Bike Shop, Hammond Tree, Lockport Brewing, MS Consultants, OHM Advisors, Ray Business Advisors, Stephen Becky Maston, the Towpath Tavern, WE Quicksall, WHBC Radio, WJER and WTUZ Radio, as well as Zimmer Biomet. And I also want to give a huge thank you and shout out to John and Cindy Elsasser at the Canal Tavern of Zor. They support us with this event, as well as some of our other events throughout the year. And, they are a huge support of Bike, Hike, and Brew. So we want to give a big thank you to them.
For people who, and whoever wants to take this, maybe Dan, you might be the one, but if for somebody who's new, they've never been, on the trail, and how does it work? I mean, people are walking, people are biking, where do you go? What do you do? How does that all work?
Absolutely. So it is a multi-use recreational trail. So regardless of your ability, whether you're a runner, you're a bird watcher, you love history, or a bicyclist, you can access the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail at numerous trailhead locations. And those locations are actually listed on our website at ohioeriecanal.org. Or if they want to come to our office, which is located at 47 West Exchange Street in Akron, we have a publication called the Towpath Companion. It's a complete guide to the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail that folks can purchase. It shares information about where people can park, where there are restrooms, where they can get something to eat, even some lodging information. But we also have strip maps as well, which are completely free. So we have all that information that's available here at our office. It's also accessible on our website. And we also love talking to people. So they can just call our office at 330-374-5657. And we'd be happy to answer any questions about where they can access the Ohio and Erie Canal, the Towpath Trail. We have plenty of paper maps. We have electronic information. People have even just called the office and says, hey, how can I get access to the Butterbridge Trailhead? Or where can I access the Towpath Trail in Canal Fulton, or at Massillon at Ernie's Bicycle Shop? So we are more than happy to help people wherever they want to access the Ohio and Erie Canal Towpath Trail, whether it's in Navarre, the Bolivers or Massillon or Canal Fulton, we're happy to provide that information.
And again, one more time before we have to go, I want to make sure that everybody has the details, Lauren, about the Bike, Hike, and Brew. It's coming up. It's a week from this Saturday, October 11th.
Yes, it's coming up. It's from 10 to 2, October 11th. You can purchase tickets at ohioeriecanal.org. Tickets are $40 if you get those in advance. So it's important to go online or call our office and get those tickets early. For kids 6 to 12, they're $10. 5 and under are completely free for this event. Or if you're at the door and you want to purchase a ticket, those are $50. So again, try and get those early. You get to do a bicycle ride or hike and come back for a really great lunch. We have music, a raffle. It's just an awesome time. So one of our best events, one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll keep hoping Mother Nature is kind. We want her to be that way. Dan, in case I don't get to see you beforehand, enjoy your retirement. And enjoy the rest of the months here on the job. I'm sure you will, for sure. But I thank you guys for coming on again. A lot of great information we shared.
Thank you very much, Pam.
Thank you.